everyone, this is Anna from Lexingview. I hope everybody's well. I'm here today to introduce you to this new journal I've just finished. It's a Fieldworks journal. It's a Fieldworks logbook, and it's dedicated to a geologist, somebody who would be using it out and about when he's traveling, visiting, and taking notes of different parts. I mean, a geologist is very similar to an archaeologist in a way, so there's a lot of field work happening, or there used to be as well. It's made with hand marbled paper, in and out, and I just love the specific one. I think it's got a beautiful color, and it would probably says a lot about the time that it was used. There you are, and this is the back. I kept it simple. I just added this label here, but I kept it otherwise the cover simple. Spine, cheesecloth, and all this goodness inside. And from the side, it's got tabs, and the closure, I tried something different. It's a bit like the box closure that I made, which is something that I learned how to make Nick the Booksmith's course, one of her box course. And this is the bottom of it, the cheesecloth hanging. Okay, so let's have a look at it now. Okay, let me, I left it open so it was easier for me to just like open it up for you. There we are. There's just a little label there saying fragile. You see, this is the inside part. This is a group of the geologists that worked together, and the man I'm talking about is here. His name was Sydney. And his team, the other people around, they're all together. I think they were all professors at the university here in London. And I've sort of added this photograph in here. This is a little book that came from Nick the Booksmith's, at Etsy, the downloadable ephemera. And it's all related to field work, so I've used a lot of it, so I'm not going to specify every time you see it, because most of her ephemera has been used, most of it has been used in this book. So there we go. And I made a little book, I made a little tiny book, a little notepad, and I tied it up like that. So I think it's fun. One can use it for notes. It says diary 1902, and this is a pocket made with that beautiful marbled paper, hand marbled paper. Stick it on there. Here. And now this is confidential. This is a more marbled paper that came from one of those downloadables from Etsy, from Nick. And here you can just add something inside. I love these envelopes. Now this is from our atelier from Rosie, a little sticker, and this is Graphics Fairy. Okay, there's another little pocket here, and of course the paper, different types of paper, coffee dyed paper here, and graphic fairy, Graphics Fairy, pocket, another pocket, and here are some. There are some images that I've downloaded from the internet, copyright-free downloaded, which come from the Natural History Museums, and these are some samples of geological samples. This is another envelope with some interest here, some things that came from the museums and labels. This is a very, very old book. I dare to say it's a late 1700s book, which has fallen to pieces, and I've lots of random pages. So I've added something here. It's about an excursion to the lakes, and It's just exactly what a geologist would have used. And there's another one here. It's just made to feel like it's being used, as a notebook for a researcher, really. And I think that's the beauty of it. That's the fun of it. This is from the Atacama Desert in Chile, and the photograph is very old. This is what I get from it. This is what has come out, but this is what this man was studying. Mostly, that's the center of his attention. So I added that. There's a bit of washi here, and some maps, old maps. Another save the date little note here with some interesting clip, tab clip, whatever it is. This is the other side of the very old book that I was talking about. The other one, yeah, 1700s, 1790s, I think. They don't always have a date, the very, very old books, publishing date, but this one said that it was from an excursion in early 1700s, and the style of the book is of that time. So yeah, so that's what I thought approximately would be. It might have even been earlier than the late 1700s. Okay, so there's more paper here and some samples which one can use. This little window here, it can be used for a photograph or something else. Labels, actually, they're not labels of something. Here is another envelope, confidential, and something I made here. I thought it looks a bit fun. There's the other side of that. So one can stick different things inside. Tab. So here I put this date. 1909, but one can write whatever they like. I left the tabs free to use without any writing on them. There's another little window. Some more of this paper, different types of paper. And this is a very old notebook that I'm taking to pieces. Blank one. There's another little date label here. And just lots of little things here. Try to make it a bit more interesting. Geology and microscopy. That's another little piece of ephemera here. I think it can be used by, this is the second tab, by a lady or a guy. It can be used by anybody, a young person. It's just a book that can be used by whoever for notes, note-taking and special notes. And this is a Natural History Museum in Kensington. It looks so different now from what it used to be. It's incredible, but the area, but the actual museum looks exactly the same. It has been looked after so well, and at the last couple of years, or I might be wrong, at night they've got these beautiful lights in the night, these beautiful lights that bring out this dark red brick that it's got, this burgundy brick. It's just amazing, beautiful building. I just love that Natural History Museum building. It's just amazing. There's another pocket here and a couple of tags or labels. There's another little booklet, some there that I put together, again from Nick's ephemera kit, one of her ephemera kits. There's another tab. There's a pocket, which is like a double one. I'm not mistaken, is it a double pocket? Yeah, it is one at the back, and then there's one in the middle, secret one. And this is the the evolution, the tree of evolution, with all the different stages, starting from the beginning, the very beginning, and ending up where man is created. And yeah, there's a lot there. And there, I've left some pages free here. I mean, there are loads of pages. I tried not to take over. I don't like taking over these books because they get too thick and then very difficult for people to use and add things. But it's just nice to have interest, and one can add their own ephemera. Another pocket here. I find with the one I'm using, first of all, one day I will show you mine. It's so thick that it's just open. You can't close properly. I put so much in. So I need to make another one for me. But I love it. I love using it. I never knew exactly how, because I journal, but I just write in my journal. I don't never use too much. And I would stick my own personal ephemera, my tickets, my whatever I had, but I never kind of decorated it. But you find that with the way, if you really enjoy doing it, you can actually decorate with your own things, with your own ephemera, your own personal memories, mementos that you have, and when you go through it, it's just really lovely feeling. And it also is a great way to tidy up your life. I had bags and bags of stuff lying around, in diaries here, there, everywhere. And I found that with this journal that I made for myself, I actually managed to get it all in there together. And I threw away what I didn't need anymore, and it became a nice little place, all contained in one. So anyway, don't want to bore you anymore. Some more washi here, and another pockets, the other side of that pocket. Some more old illustrations. There's another sticker here from Rosie. And finally, this is the last page, the Explorers Club bookmark. Special handling here. And this is how one closes it. It just goes this way from one side and this way from the other. And this way, the way it's done, you can tighten it and loosen it, and it works well. And again, on the side, it's a bit wide so that you can fit things. And here are the tabs. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope you liked the book. It is at my Etsy shop at the moment. Look at the Etsy shop. Look at my other videos, and get to know me a little bit more. I haven't introduced myself face to face yet, but I'll be doing that quite soon. Now that I'm a bit more familiar with the way the whole YouTube system works, I will be able to introduce myself to you. And I'm sure a few of you from Instagram have come to see my books on YouTube. And thank you to everybody who has bought my books, has given me lovely feedback, and it makes me so happy. It is the one thing that makes me happier, almost as happy as when I'm creating these books, is the feedback, hearing from people how they feel about their book, if they like it, if they're enjoying using it. Keep coming back to me if you feel like it, and happy and it makes me feel more creative. So the more feedback I get, the more people come close, the happier I am, and the more I create. And so again, I blabbered too much today. Thank you. Bye bye.